G'day, I'm Costa Zulio, and this is the first in what will hopefully be a series of interviews looking back and forward at an assortment of musical artists. Our first guest on the breakdown is a proud Western GuGu Yalanji and Birrigubba man, Jungaji. Thanks very much for coming along. We've had a listen to side A of Betting on Black, which is the debut record, which has been a little while coming, hasn't it? You know,
it's been a long time in the making, man.
A long time in the making, but great to know that it's out there. Great to know that, you know, maybe in about 12 months' time there'll be another record coming out as well.
Yes, yes.
But let's concentrate on this. We've just flipped it over. Let's get the needle on the record and have a listen to the opening track from side B. Features your son, Dean Brady.
Oh, beautiful, man.
And it's called Calcor. Tell us about this one.
Calcor is a beautiful ceremony between son and I, and it celebrates, you know, again, the highs and lows of the road. Calcor itself means the road, but it also means the universe, you know, the great universe, the stars, and it's a culmination of survival. You know, we've been through a lot, me and son, and we continue to navigate a lot, you know, and I said to him, I only sent him a text last week. We released this beautiful song last week, and it's already got, you know, 17,000 views on YouTube. Spotify is quite significant too. So I think it's just from where we are singing it from, and people feel it. And I think the way that Coda McWaters, big shout out to him over at Hunting Ground Studios, and the way that he captured this, and we have topology on the strings with this one too, so it kind of just elevates it. And it was everything that I anticipated when I was writing this song up at Yorkie's Knob in Cairns, when I was kind of lonely within myself, and I couldn't kind of reach out and be the best version of a dad, be the best version of a partner. And I started to lose my way a bit, and I had to take off down that road to really find myself. And I lost a lot of things along the way, you know. And I can't turn back time, just like a lot of yous out there, we can't turn back time to readjust and fix things that we effed up.
Yeah.
You know, but it's about, you know, prevention better than cure, and putting things into a positive light that I've learned to navigate. And it's worked out well for me, man. When people hear the song and they find out that that's my son,
yeah,
you know, and they find out a bit of the backstory too, they're just like, oh, you know, so...
And what was it like? What was it like just, you know, creating with Dean?
It was beautiful, man. I've had that boy singing these songs pretty much throughout his whole little life, you know. When I wrote the song, he would have been probably about 7, 8.
Oh, okay.
Small boy, yeah.
Yeah.
Small boy. And he himself went on his little musical journey back in the day. He wanted to go into Australia's Got Talent and all those types of things. I'm like, bro, you know, and it's like any parent out there, you want to, you know, provide the best opportunities for our kids. If they're deadly at rugby league or they're deadly at softball or netball, we're going to enhance that and put in place the opportunities. Well, it's the same as us within the creative world, the music industry and stuff. So, yeah, no, he's man, yeah. And James, big shout out to him for doing the film clip. You know, we only met him under a week and a half's notice through Coda McWaters, and he put this beautiful visual body of work together, and it just captures it perfectly, man.
Let's have a listen to it now. This is Calcor from Jungaji's debut record, Betting on Black.
Yeah.
Wakka Wakka Woman is an ode to the women in your life, both past and present.
Wakka Wakka woman, she's gone with the wind.
How have the women in your life shaped who you are today?
Man, you know, particularly I think primarily my mother, and the stoic matriarch that she is and continues to be is something that I'm very grateful for, because there's a lot of people out there that lose their mums early. And this song, you know, oh man, I get emotional when I do sing the song because, again, you know, I sit with the door and with River Girl, I celebrate, you know, being in love and going through the process of it, you know, at being at one. But with this song, it's about what do you do when you find yourself on the outer of that comfort zone that is home.
Yeah.
You know, sorry, man, trying to find my way. Many roads I'm still walk with my shame, you know, with the shame of not being the best version of myself, you know. And I think this song speaks to that. Similar to Kalko, I wrote these songs around the same time because I was on the outer, not only with those around me that I loved, but within myself, you know, and that's what the song is about. But it's just leaning on those matriarchs because the first person that I went to was my mum. Out of Warrabinda, West of Rockhampton, out in the bush, you know. And yeah, the song just celebrates all them deadly matriarchs and women within our family units, within our community, our society. I'm not perfect, you know what I mean? But, you know, to get to lean on them, you know, through things like this is beautiful. With that song, and it just come across my peripheral organically. I was sitting there with my Uncle Stephen Hart. Uncle Stevie Hart's from Sherbrooke, an Aboriginal community, 2 and a bit hours west of Jungaji in Brisbane. And he showed me the song. It's called In Tune. I said, Uncle, I love this song. So long story short, I took it. He said, do what you need with it, Mugai, nephew, you know. And and I come up with that beautiful melody, Wakka Wakka Woman. So big shout out to Uncle Stevie Hart. Him and Auntie Jen out there in Sherbrooke, you know, she's the Wakka Wakka Woman that she likes to claim, but to all of our women, yeah.
Wakka Wakka woman, she's gone with the wind. Every night I pray for you to return. A Western woman.
Well, the first 3 songs, we're listening to Wakka Wakka Woman now. We've heard Kalko, and now Old Rooster is the next track.
Yes.
And we all need an old rooster in our lives, don't we, really, to tell us when we're doing well and you know, tell us when to pull our heads in as well. And your old rooster, like most of us, if we're lucky enough, is your father.
Only little baby walks alone.
Yeah, man.
So what was he like?
He was the most humblest, genuine, authentic man that you could ever meet. And I was blessed to have that man as my dad for 49 years of my life. You know, we lost him last year. He was 74 years of age. But everything that he passed on to me in terms of his testimony, in terms of his strength, in terms of his basic principles and values has been captured, you know. And I'm proud, you know, to demonstrate and to celebrate that in many different mediums, whether I'm telling a story, you know, to my grandkids about their great-grandfather or sharing with the, you know, the grandkids. I was with them on Mother's Day and just saying to them, you know, your grandfather, he was proud and he fought to the end. They're like, what? And they're nearly in tears. But I'm saying, no, we must celebrate those that we have lost because they are alive in the words we speak. When we see speaking of Dad and others that we have lost, they no longer exist. So we must continue to celebrate that. And this old Rooster song, the film clip's coming out. I did the last takes of the film clip yesterday of me painting, that old Rooster painting. There
There it is, yeah.
there, ironically. Yes, I did that yesterday. And it just catches, like, we've got some nice spots down at Beanley there, Jake as well, where the sugarcane. And just driving out there just took me back to Proserpine where Dad was born. And where, you know, he was brought up there. So this song is going to be very nostalgic. And it's going to be beautiful, man. It's just going to talk about him. It's all the family in the film clip. So, yeah, really looking forward to that and getting that out there and stuff. But, man, I'm so excited about all these songs, man.
Let's have a listen now to Old Rooster from Jungaji's Betting on Blak.
At the fight, little Johnny boy, build a tribe, little Johnny boy, oh, Rooster, man, oh, Rooster man, oh, Rooster man.
We're listening now to We're listening to the new Jungaji record, the debut. It's called Betting on Black. Jungaji is a proud Western GuGu Yalanji and Birrigubba man, and my name's Costa Zulia, and this is The Breakdown. Now, you mentioned before, when we were talking about old Rooster, about your art. Tell us about that. How did you get started? And was it just something you were taught as a child?
I think seeing in relation to the art and how that come about was my Uncle Kwanji is my teacher, my GuGu Yalanji teacher, cultural advisor. I seen some of his beautiful art, and I was like, Mugai, that's so beautiful, you know. And I didn't think within myself that I could, you know, articulate in the manner that I do musically. But what I get out of creating visually is the same feeling, but it's just, I don't know, it nourishes my spirit and my heart in a different way, but it has the same destination. When I finished it, it's like, man, I just created a song. Like I was writing a song this morning.
Yeah.
And last night I got this big canvas and I did the first coat, and that's the first step. Put it out on the table, coat it. I coated it all black, and I'm going to do a version of this here. But I'm going to have contextually the different songs and how they speak to me within that there.
Okay.
So it's going to be a beautiful canvas.
Yeah.
Probably take me a bit to create that.